Hi everybody, I'm Katherine YAPLE. I am Austin and Emma YAPLE's mom. Austin graduated last year from 8th grade and is at the high school now this year, and Emma is currently in 2nd grade. Hi Emmy. Just a little bit of back information about our family. I graduated from Zion in 1993, and when I was there, my parents, Emma and Austin's grandparents, were teachers. My mom was my 4th grade teacher, and my dad was actually the principal when I was at Zion, and also my 7th and 8th grade teacher. So it's career day, and I'll just give you a little information about what I do. I work at the Logan County Health Department. Many of you have been here to get your school shots, or we do lead tests that people need, TB tests. We also do flu shots every flu season. I've seen a lot of you at the library. We come there in October usually and give flu shots. So what I do at the health department, I am the director of finance. And what I do is a lot like what your parents might do at home. They pay the bills, they deposit any checks that they get, they buy supplies for the house, they make budgets. I have to do a budget every year for the health department. We have things called audits, which is where people come in and see to make sure that we spent the money where we were supposed to. So I take care of those as well. But the main thing the health department itself does is that we serve the community, which is a lot like how you guys serve the community and everybody else at Zion. So I still get to serve, just in a different way. So my kind of job in accounting would be good for anybody that likes to work with numbers. So if math is your strong suit, you might look at a career in accounting. Have a great Lutheran Schools week. Thank you teachers for everything you guys continue to do, and thank you children for staying safe and staying healthy. Bye.
Hey guys, my name is Abby Miller and I do marketing at Central Illinois Ag. We are a Case IH dealership located across Central Illinois, so all the way from Mason City to Farmer City. I do marketing here, as I said, so within my role, a lot of what we do is supporting our team at Central Illinois Ag, specifically the sales team. So whatever we can do to support those salesmen is what we need to do. Going from there, the salesman will trade equipment in, and we do everything from taking the photos, getting them online, and advertising that equipment so others can see it. That includes social media, our website, anything to really get that word out. And it's not uncommon for us to sell equipment, within the country, New York, California, all the way across, even to Florida. We've sold a grain cart. So it doesn't just stay local, it's all across. And we've even actually sold some pieces overseas. So that's a really cool process too, when they have to take it off, put it on a boat, and then ship it across the seas. So lots of different things that we get to see within this role. One thing within my role too is I graduated from the University of Illinois with a degree in ag communication. So a lot of that is journalism, advertising, photography, design work, and you can sum that up in the book that we create for our dealership. So within this, we work with some of our customers, go out to their farms and interview them, get some photos of them, do some journalism, write articles. Anything to really get the word out about Central Illinois Ag is what the marketing team here does. Thanks, guys.
Good morning, Zion. I am Wesley Wernsing's grandma. He calls me Mona, and I work for Capital Radio Group. I have 7 radio stations that I schedule commercials for, and I'm going to show you about that. But I wanted to come into WDBR and introduce you to Blake. He is our morning show host, and he's going to show you a little bit what he does. So I'm going to flip the screen.
Hi guys, it's DJ Blake from WDBR, and this is where I get to work in the morning. As you can tell, lots of buttons, lots of computer screens going on, and then in the 8 o'clock hour and in the 7 o'clock hour, I get to talk to people like you, and when you see that light blinking right there, that means somebody is calling. Now, it can't ring in here because then people would hear it when I'm talking. So we have that little light up there that lets me know, hey, someone is calling to talk to me. So if you guys ever want to talk to me, you can tune in. I'm on from 6 in the morning till 10 in the morning. And it's WDBR, and the phone number is 789-4487. Have a great day.
Hello again. I'm in my office and I am going to show you what I get to do. I get to schedule the commercials for several of our radio stations that you hear on your radio when you're in your car with your mom and dad or grandma. This is what I look at every day. This is a commercial log is what we call this, and we have it on here by every day. We can look at different hours of the day, and we have to put commercials, drag and drop, just like you do on some of your homework probably. Drag and drop all of these commercials into this screen right here, and it's like putting together a puzzle. It's kind of fun. It's a lot of fun actually, and it's something I never thought that I would fall into, and I've been doing this now for 17 years and I absolutely love it.
Hi, I'm Sylvia KLUMPP and I work with the Illinois State Police. I've been employed with them for about 2 years now. I have a 4-year degree in biology, and today I just wanted to talk to you about my job as a police officer. As you can see, I'm in my mobile office. I work in my car a lot. We got all kinds of fun stuff. They give us a computer. Here's my radar so I can see how fast people are going. Here's all my radios and all the cool buttons. If I turn on this switch, it turns on my red and blue lights outside, as you can see. Here's our in-car cameras that record everything on our traffic stops or when we assist people. And there's just all kinds of goodies. I have feels like a 40-pound duty belt with all my necessary equipment to keep me safe on the job. I wear a nice bulletproof vest, and we have all kinds of goodies. I've got a medical bag, accessories to change tires for people who get flat tires on the side of the road. All of it's issued to me. We go through 26 weeks of training, all the additional training that you could think of to make you the best you can be at this job. And I really enjoy my career. I enjoy the fact that I get to help people and additionally keep others safe.
What are some other options besides for the road?
There's plenty of other options. So if you want to go into crime scene services, investigations, there's traffic crash reconstruction. So if there's a really bad accident, people come out and they map out the locations of where the impacts happen, and they can determine how fast people are going and other factors that led up to the crash. There is administration, so you could work behind a desk and keep track of everybody that's working out on the road. There's
Can I fly a plane?
you can fly a plane. There's an air ops option. There's endless possibilities for what you could do in this career once you get started into it.
What do you like most about it?
I think the part that I like the most is being able to help people who are in need.
You have anything else you want to add?
I apologize that this has to be over video, and I wish I could meet with you all in person, so hopefully someday in the future we could arrange something and we can talk more about the job if you have any further questions.
Hi guys, I'm Haley. I'm a dental hygienist here in Springfield, and this here is my patient Jana. Hi guys. I get to hang out with her twice a year because that's when I clean her teeth. Some people have to come more frequently, but Jana's lucky and gets to come twice a year. Once a year we get to do x-rays with our cool futuristic Nomad and our sensor, and then there you go up on the computer. When I'm not cleaning teeth or taking x-rays, I help Dr. Colbert. I can numb his patients or my patients if they need it. And I can administer laughing gas, you know, the stuff that makes you giggle. And then I help out with my team in the lab and in our sterilization area, both all the behind the scenes stuff. So if you guys are interested in becoming a dental hygienist, you can talk to me or go to school for 2 years to get your associate's or 4 years to get your bachelor's degree like I did. Take care.
Good morning, sweet friends. I'm Mrs. LAKIN, and I was the children's librarian for over 30 years at the Mount Pulaski Library. I was there so long, I think I probably had a lot of your parents in my story times. I took care of a lot of things over there. Story time was one of my favorites because I got to pick out a book and I got to do a craft, and everybody knows I love glitter crafts. I also wrote a play every fall, and everybody got a part, and I got to pick out costumes, and then we had a performance downstairs, and we usually had about 75 people come to our plays, and then we had punch and cookies, and it was a whole lot of fun to do the plays. Summer reading takes up a lot of time. I have to hire the performers, and I have to buy all your prizes and do reading charts to keep track of who's going to get the prize for the most books. And I think being the children's librarian is probably one of the best jobs anybody could ever have. Thank you for having me. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Hi everybody, my name is ELYSE McCormick and I went to Zion for elementary school, but currently I am a biologist at Illinois State University. I'm a grad student in the lab of Dr. Ben Sad, and we study bumblebees. We study bumblebees for a couple of reasons, and one of which is because they're really important native pollinators. But native pollinators really aren't doing that well right now. There's a few reasons for this, but one of the main reasons for this is because they get sick. They get sick just like people do. And so one of the main things that we look at in our lab is why do bees get sick and how do they get sick? Here's an example to kind of think about. We know it's really hard to be sick when humans have the flu, right? It's not fun, you really don't feel good. But it would be even harder to be sick if you had the flu and something like strep throat at the same time, right? You'd feel worse and you probably wouldn't be able to fight your infection off as well if you had two sicknesses instead of just one. Well, my research here at the SAD lab actually looks at a problem just like this in bumblebees. And so what I want to know is, what happens when bumblebees get infected with a particular virus and a particular fungus at the same time? We expect that they're not going to be able to fight both of those infections as well as they would if they only had one infection. Currently, I'm running some experiments with just the virus to see what happens, but I'm also going to run some experiments this summer that actually incorporate both this virus and the fungus and actually see what happens. So I don't have those results yet, but those results should be coming soon. I always really liked science. I always loved animals. You can ask Mrs. Mosky. I was really excited about learning how they lived and why they did the things the way they did. And so I, decided that I would go to graduate school and become a scientist. And so if you have any questions for me, you can feel free to get in touch. But otherwise, that's just a taste of what I do as a biologist.
Hey boys and girls, this is Tina with the Lincoln Post Office. I'm outside right now because we're actually not allowed to video inside the post office. So I'm coming to you outside here. and I take my mask down because I'm at least 6 feet away from any of my coworkers who are loading their trucks. And that's what I'm doing right now, loading my truck, getting ready to hit the street to walk about 12 miles. And it's a great job, it really is. We've got lots of packages that we deliver every day. Today's actually a light day. You can see the packages here behind me. Yeah, that's really and truly, that's a light day. It's a Tuesday, coming to you on a Tuesday, March 16th. The vehicle I drive is called a LLV, that stands for Long Life Vehicle. I actually just looked this morning, the first time in my career. My vehicle is from 1989. The older carriers here used to drive a Pinto, a Ford Pinto back in the 80s until they were exploding every time someone hit them. That was bad. So now we have these long life vehicles that came along in the late 80s, early 90s. So yeah, mine was manufactured on November 13th, 1989. Trivia. Gonna be a quiz later, kids. So anyway, like I said, it's a great job. We are outside every day, walking about 7 hours on the street. We only spend about an hour, maybe an hour and a half in the office, depending on the heavy volume of mail and packages that day. So we get everything ready in the office, then we load up our trucks and get going for our walk. Or some people have mounted routes where they drive the LLV and deliver mail to the mailboxes. These days, COVID obviously has affected our job tremendously. We deliver a ton of packages every day, usually a couple thousand. Even here in Lincoln, where we have 12 city routes, 4 rural routes, which is the country route. So some of you live in the country and you'll have someone drive by in a Jeep or maybe a car, but deliver your mail. And those are rural route carriers. And like I said, we have 12 of those, or 12 city, 4 rural, so 16 total. So as a carrier for the U.S. Postal Service for 22 years, I continue to love my job every day, whether it's catalogs we're delivering, or phone books. Today we have some phone books we're delivering. This time of year, folks are really excited about their seed catalogs so that they can get their gardens planted and their flowers planted. And yeah, we deliver cards, letters, you know, gosh, mini fridges, lots of dog food these days. But hey, I'm going to show you some of my coworkers here in the parking lot, and as they leave, here goes one right now in his LLV. Hit it, Ryan! All right, so that's what we do every day. Load our trucks and walk outside and enjoy the fresh air and the great weather. And believe me, when the weather is great, it makes our job fantastic. So, kids, Zion Lutheran School, have a great day. And hey, thank you for supporting the USPS. I mean, hey, because after all, you all I'm sure have mailed letters, postcards, you get packages in the mail, your mom and dad do. You're all customers and we appreciate your business. So thank you, have a great day, bye. Hi kids, I wanted to do a part 2 of my video and tell you just a few more things. Like for example, I start my day every day in Lincoln on Broadway Street delivering the mail, and I end my day on Pulaski Street, which I've always found is kind of cool because I love Broadway and I love Pulaski because I am a Pulaski native, so as some of you are as well. So that's just kind of a little cool thing about my route. But another fascinating part about my job that I wanted to emphasize too is how we are a large workforce and we do move millions of pieces of mail overnight all across the United States and even the world. And that's always fascinated me because you can still put a stamp for 55 cents on a letter and move it across the United States in a matter of days. And you know, also as far as across the world goes, I mean, we deliver mail and packages from you know, England, France, Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, Australia, Canada, Mexico, China, Japan, all over the world. We're handling mail every day, and sometimes I'll even take a minute and I'll see that piece of mail come through and think, wow, just a few days ago, you know, this was in Germany. That's kind of cool to me. So I always love that. The communication, you know, we're able to keep people in communication with one another all across the globe. And finally, something else I didn't see coming when I started this job 22 years ago was the kindness of people. You know, every day someone does something kind for us as letter carriers, whether it's a bottle of water that they give us or just a kind word. they just are kind to us. And I can honestly remember every address of every person that has done something kind to me, and I know that's made me feel very special. There have been times where I've been delivering mail on a really, really cold day, and I'm all bundled up and I'm froze, and this girl popped out on Hamilton Street with a hot cup of apple cider for me, and I just remember, wow, that was so cool. I was standing by the mailbox, and out the door opens, and here's this cup of hot apple cider for me. And I also had a time a couple summers ago when it was really, really hot in July, and I was standing at the back of my truck loading my satchel, and I was just sweating profusely. The sweat was pouring off of me, and the next thing I know, this little girl is standing beside me, and she's probably 5 years old, and she hands me an ice cream sandwich. But she looks up at me and she says, "You look hot." And I was so hot, but it just struck me, and I'll never forget that moment, honestly, really, because just this little girl approaching me and giving me an ice cream sandwich was so cool, and hit the spot right then and there. I also have a lady who, believe it or not, she bakes chocolate chip cookies every week. So like every week I get hot chocolate chip cookies out of her oven when I'm at her mailbox. She just pops open the door and hands me a plate of cookies. So every day people are kind to us, and we appreciate it so much, especially during these COVID times. People have went above and beyond to tell us thank you for doing our job, and that's all we're doing is a job. We're just doing a job, but it's nice to know that it's appreciated, and it's nice to know that we make people happy. Even when we do bring them their bills, they still have a smile on their face, and they can say that they appreciate us. So thank you again. I appreciate you all, and you all have a great day.
Behind me, you just saw a 785 large mining truck. This hauls 130 tons, and there's a team of engineers that built it from the ground up. The team of engineers that I work on works on the frames of these machines, and the frame is everything behind what you see here. So the fuel tank hangs on the frame, the wheels and the tires mount to the frame, and the truck bed, or the body is what we call it, also sits on the frame. So we call that the structure. I'm one of those structures engineers, but we solve problems for our customers. Whether you want to dig a house, basement, maybe you want to build a road across the world. Our machines do all that, and the engineers are behind them, and I'm just one of the small parts of that big wheel at Caterpillar that does all those components. But engineering isn't just mechanical. There's electrical systems, hydraulic systems, engines, cooling, you name it. You can probably find an engineer that is responsible for a component on this machine. Okay, this is a wheel tractor scraper. We also built these, and I'm one of the engineers again on the frame that supports the engine, the structure, wheels, tires, also the fuel tank. And if you come around here, this is a unique machine that hauls the dirt. You can scrape up a mountain with this machine in the bowl, carry it to a dumping area, and then eject all of the dirt or material that you have accumulated while the machine's working. We call this the bowl, and this is the tractor. And in between them, that holds them together, is the gooseneck, and you can kind of see why it's called the gooseneck. But it's an interesting machine. We call this a particular model is a 657 wheel tractor scraper. And it's another fun component that I get to work on at Caterpillar as an engineer. One unique thing about a wheel tractor scraper is it doesn't only have an engine in the front, it also has an engine in the back. And it can tie two machines together, so you actually have four engines running in tandem with each other, scraping a bowl in the front lead and then a bowl in the rear. We call it the push-pull arrangement. So you might ask, so how do you get dirt out of this thing after you've filled it? Well, we have what's called an ejector arrangement here. This wall is movable, and it pushes, with this hydraulic cylinder, pushes the dirt out the front, and this rolls on these rollers down here. So just imagine it's like a little bitty train track in there, And this wall is pushing, and then it ejects all of the material from the bowl. Then it retracts and is ready for another cut. Another neat thing about a wheel tractor scraper.
All right, this is the walk around of the Caterpillar truck, and it is huge.
I can't remember how many miles of weld wire. I think it's around 3 miles of weld wire.
Wow.
That's just the frame.
That's just the frame.
There's the pest control boat. There. Thankfully that's okay.
Is that their mud flap size?
That's a special mud flap. It protects mud from the safety pinning cable so it doesn't get corroded.
Oh,
That's why
clever.
it's not on the other side.
It's huge, guys, huge.
Wish you could see inside it, but we're not following it.
Yeah, we should almost stand Nathan up against it so they can see how huge it is. All right, got every angle of the truck.
Good afternoon. My name is Tony West. I'm the Chief of Police of Mount Pulaski. Today I'm here to talk to you about my job, things I do. I work with several other officers. We work to keep our community safe and clean. We answer to a lot of calls. A lot of times we'll have dispatch from Lincoln call us, letting us know that we need to respond to a call. A call could be many different things. A lot of times it's helping somebody that needs help. We go and make sure they're okay. Sometimes we have to call for an ambulance to help them. We also do traffic stops with our squad cars, with our lights and sirens on sometimes. And that's another way we talk to people, try to find out what's going on, especially if they've done something wrong. Sometimes we can just talk to them. Sometimes we have to write them a ticket. Or sometimes we have to take them to jail because they may have broke the law. The laws are there to help protect us and keep us safe. So that is my job, to help enforce those laws and to help keep other people protected. We have many different types of tools we use during our job. We have a vest that we wear to protect us while we're working. We have our radios, which are very important. That's where I get a lot of my calls come through. Like I said, dispatch will call me and let me know I have a call to go to, or sometimes I can talk to other officers. They need to talk to me, I can talk to them through this. I have a flashlight, which helps a lot, especially when I need to go into a dark building, try to find somebody or find out what's going on. I have a stick sometimes I may have to use if I need to break a window to get to somebody quickly, if somebody's in help or need of help. But that's pretty much my line of work. If you ever happen to see me out, say hi. Like I said, I'm more than glad to talk to you. If you need me, give me a call. But that's pretty much everything that I do. So I'm glad to make this video and enjoy.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Lowry, and like you, I went to Zion Lutheran School, and I'm a 2014 graduate of Mount Pulaski High School. I currently work for the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee out in Colorado Springs. I'm actually at our headquarters building today. I'm in the Tokyo conference room. So actually every conference room at the USOPC headquarters is named after a games year. So earlier I was in Salt Lake, and then I was in Atlanta. So I've kind of been all over the place. Today I'm in the office to handle a little bit of gifting, which is a large part of my job. So I actually work for the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Foundation, which falls under the development division of USOPC. So that's just a little nitty gritty. But I handle gifting. I do a lot of touch points, which include emails, website work, really all kinds of random things. We call ourselves the team behind the team, however, because a lot of people don't realize that the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee and Team USA receive no government funding. So a large part of what I do directly goes to the athletes because of that. Quite frankly, I love my job. I think every day is exciting and it's a lot of fun. A lot of people always ask me, do I get to meet the athletes? Have I met the athletes in a normal year? Yes. Really ever since I started working here, it hasn't been a normal year and it hasn't been the case. So hopefully after we get through this pandemic, then we can go back to a little bit of normalcy and I will get to do a few more events and things of that nature with athletes. That said, we are just over 100 days away from the opening ceremony for the Tokyo Olympics. And then the Paralympics take place about 2 weeks after the Olympics. And the Paralympics are for athletes who have disabilities, physical disabilities, and para literally means like side by side to the Olympics. So we're sending a very large delegation to both games that we're really excited about, and we should do pretty well at both games. This year is actually the first games where there will be a woman competing in every sport that each country is entered in. I hope that makes sense. It did in my brain. So anyway, we're really excited. We're gearing up for that. It's going to be exciting and a lot of fun to watch in whatever way, shape, or form they take place. And we're all just excited to have a sporting event to be a part of. I hope you all are having a great school year, having a lot of fun, learning a lot. Summer vacation's right around the corner. Sorry, teachers, if I'm not supposed to say that. I don't know. But yeah, I hope everyone will get to watch the Olympics and Paralympics this year because it's going to be a ton of fun. We've got a lot of great athletes. We've got a lot of great Illinois athletes. It's going to be an incredible experience and one like we could have never predicted or expected. So have fun. Stay safe. I hope there's some warm weather too. It just snowed a foot yesterday here in Colorado. I'm getting really tired of that. But anyway, I hope you all are well and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Hi everybody, I'm Sally, Bo and Ruby's mom. Today I'm going to talk to you about ultrasound. I'm going to scan Carrie's artery in her neck. And this is what I do every day, and I look for plaque buildup. So watch these pictures and see what fun I do all day. There's her artery, the red flashing, and I'm going to measure how fast the blood moves through the artery. And that's a perfect speed. And her artery is going to split, and one is going to feed her brain and one's going to feed her face. And the one that feeds her brain is what we check to make sure is open so she doesn't have a stroke from too much plaque buildup. And that is a carotid ultrasound. Hope you enjoyed it. So what's Nathan touching there?
So that's untreated seed, corn that was grown for testing, and it does. It doesn't have any seed treatment on it. You can see it's bright yellow. And the law says that if you put seed treatment, which is either a fungicide, an insecticide, or both, on the seed to make sure that nobody ever accidentally eats it, you have to put a colored treatment on it. So, there is some treated seed, and you can see it's a different color to show that you don't want to eat that.
It's kind of pink.
Mm-hmm. Seed treatments can be red, purple, pink. There are also some that are
blue and
green. I've seen some blue, so it's a wide variety. So, and to count seed, we can count it one of two ways. We can pour it out on a table and count to get 100 seeds in a package, and do it the slow way by hand, or
That's why it's ridged, so it can level up the corn and put it in.
yeah, it vibrates underneath and it shakes the corn to the outside, and it just rides the spiral all the way up to the top.
Huh. And this is to plant so many seeds in a row for whenever they plant it.
Right. This goes out for testing to try and tell which are the best possible hybrids to use.
Okay.
So that in the every time from all the nursery work we do, is we make new inbreds, and now you have to test those inbreds to see if they're as good or better or worse than their existing inbreds. So
the existing corn plants that we use for cereals and
right, and to make sure that when the farmer plants it, then we make sure that we make sure that this is the best corn possible for them to be planting.
Okay.
So it's testing purposes, and it's looking at lots of different inbreds to see which ones are the best to release.
Hi, I'm Jonathan CLUVER. I'm Margaret Hopman's uncle, and I am a state trooper and helicopter pilot with the Missouri State Highway Patrol. I fly the helicopter that you see behind me, and I have included a video to go along with this that highlights what we do each day here to protect the citizens of the state of Missouri. Hope you enjoy.
I'm Sergeant Brad Holman, and I'm assigned as a pilot with our aircraft division. As pilots, our responsibilities include supporting officers on the ground with traffic enforcement, criminal surveillance, pursuit, and search operations across the state. The patrol's aircraft division includes 11 pilots who operate a fleet of 3 helicopters and 6 airplanes. Maintaining our fleet is 2 maintenance specialists who ensure the aircraft are operational at all times.
I am Sergeant Dustin Metzger and assigned as a pilot and tactical flight officer with the Aircraft Division. The TFO is responsible for all non-pilot functions while airborne. This includes operating the cameras, communicating with ground units, and offering a second set of eyes to the pilot for safety. Our Bell 407 is equipped with a high-definition camera that helps us locate wanted and missing persons. Our Cessna 182 houses a Westcam MX-10 high-definition camera. One of the best parts of my job is when we're up in the helicopter, being there to assist actually capturing a suspect in a pursuit or a manhunt, being out there and actively helping and find a lost or missing person. So what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is you can't beat the office view.